The social networks of college students are dynamic structures. Over the course of the academic experience, ties may form and ties may dissolve. But social relations do not change solely based on their existence. They also change based on their characteristics. Over my summer, I worked with Professor David Haken at the University of Notre Dame to analyze individual social networks of around 700 students in Notre Dame's class of 2019. These networks were constructed using texting and survey data from the NetHealth project. The specific purpose of our research was to investigate how in-degree ego network characteristics change both over time and between demographic groups. An ego network consists of an ego and alters. The ego is the focal individual, and the alters are the people who communicate with that individual. The in-degree of an ego network contains communication points from alter to ego. In this study, communication events are defined as text messages sent from the alter to the ego. In-degree ego networks were constructed over 4 time periods: the end of the fall 2015, spring 2016, fall 2016, and spring 2017 semesters. 3 properties of each ego network were computed. The first is the degree of the network, which tells the size of the network. Network size is determined by summing the number of alters who texted the ego during each specified period. The second characteristic is the average activity of the network, which tells the strength of the network. Network strength is determined by the percent of weeks that the average alter sent a text message to the ego in a specified time period. The third characteristic is the dispersion of the network activity, which tells if the network has a high mix of strong and weak ties or only strong or weak ties. This is based off of the activity measure. Linear regression analysis was implemented to show the differences in ego network characteristics over time and across ego demographics. Ego demographics include gender, race, religion, and class. Class is defined as parent education and parent income. T-tests then revealed whether demographic group differences in network size, activity, and dispersion are statistically significant in each time period. The findings were that over time, the typical ego network tends to decrease in size, while activity and dispersion measures remain about the same. Between demographic groups, the largest differences were found with the size of the network. Males, foreign students, and first-generation college students all have significantly smaller networks. Foreign students, non-religious students, and first-generation college students have slightly weaker networks. Males and foreign students tend to have a slightly greater mix of strong and weak ties. Overall, it was found that social network characteristics do shift over time and even more significantly between demographic groups. By supporting that individual networks do vary, this study provides the foundation for future social network analysis, creating advances in the bigger picture pursuit of examining how network characteristics may be both the causes and the consequences of individual behaviors.